Hey, I'm Steve Speck with Exo Mountain Gear. Today we're going to walk you through our 32, 4800, and 6400 bags, cover the features. The bags are almost identical enough that basically we're going to cover this in one video, and at the end of the video I'll go through and show you just the slight differences between a 4800 and a 6400. But overall these are all going to be the same basic layout. Again, they all go on our K3 Spider frame, so you're basically the system is you're buying one frame and then you can have the 4 different bags that interchange on that frame. Starting here on the side pockets, basically these are mirror images on both sides. You're going to have angled compression straps on here. This is designed to suck the load up and into the frame. So as you put meat and stuff inside the bag, we're actually sucking it up and preventing sagging. You'll notice that all the bags have lower stretch pockets here. These are cut at an angle so you can get in and out of it with an Nalgene bottle. You can also run the compression strap here over this pocket instead of through it. So the reason you do that is if you had something in there you wanted to kind of lock off and prevent from falling out, you'd run it over. If you want to run a water bottle inside there, you want to get in and out of that, you can run that strap underneath. If you pop off these straps, you'll see at the top of them, they all have this cinch. And this is going to open up this full length side pocket. These are going to run all the way down here to the bottom. Great for just about everything. Designed for spine scope and tripod. You can drop a rifle down in there. You can drop a water bladder in there. You can drop tent poles, trekking poles, whatever. We also sew a loop inside all of them for hanging a water bladder if you want to hang one right there. Coming around to the front of the bags, you're going to notice that they all share or have some version of a stretch panel right here. So on the 3200 and 6400, you access the stretch panel from the top. This is designed as a stretch fabric to, even though when you have the bag completely stuffed full, you've still got capacity in here. For me, this is my favorite pocket for a puffy jacket, a sitting pad, something like that. Something you just need to get to really quickly. You know, you get up somewhere and you want to sit down on glass, you could pull your puffy jacket out of there, throw it on. So you can see the stretch that it has to kind of grow even when the pack is full. You've got your 2 compression straps that come across the front. These are going to be basically used to compress things to the pack. If you're carrying a bow, you'll have our bow carrier hanging off the bottom here. You're going to use this to strap the riser down to the pack. You'll see your lid straps here. So these are going to run up to your lid buckles. You also have the option to completely take the lid off and run the roll top down to these straps. So if I've taken the lid off and I want to run a lower, more streamlined pack, I'll then go to the roll top. Up here you can see the buckles that are opposing and they match up to the other sides. So I can then have a really low streamlined pack when I'm out there hunting. A lid weighs about 7 ounces, so it's a way to drop a little bit of weight if you want. At the bottom of the pack, you'll notice 2 loops here. These are for trekking poles. Another option, you can basically put the tips of the poles in here. That's also where you're going to attach our rifle carrier and bow carrier. That's part of your attachment there. Then you've got two straps here at the bottom. This is the straps are basically sewn to the bottom of the bag. They loop through the bottom of the frame, and these are down here to allow you to compress up the bottom of the bag. So when you're day hunting, you don't have the bag completely full. You completely suck the bottom of that up to take all that volume out, and that's going to prevent stuff from falling in the bottom of your pack. Moving around, you'll see that this side of the bag is the exact same layout as the other side. That's going to be the same on 32, 48, and 6400. Moving inside the bag, the 3200 and 6400 have side zipper access that runs up into the roll top collar. So you can see how well this opens up and gives you great access inside the bag. Inside all of them, this is our stash pocket, which is an accessory. Inside all the bags, you're going to see little webbing loops sewn at strategic places. Those are so you can add stash pockets to the inside of it. They just buckle in and out, and it's a super quick connect, super easy quick connect buckle there that just pops on and off. So a way to add organization if you want. When I'm open like this, you can also see the inside of the pack. This is our water bladder sleeve. It's a 30D sil nylon material that stores your water bladder, and it's completely waterproof fabric. So if your bladder was to ever pop, water is just going to run out the bottom of it and not get the rest of your gear that's inside wet. So yeah, again, 3200 and 6400, that zipper runs full length. On a 4800, you've basically got a horseshoe zipper, so it's a little bit different access. We'll get to that later in the video. So up here at the top, you can see this zipper. This comes across. This is going to be your water bladder sleeve. So your bladder is right there behind your head, really easy to access, pull out when you need to get to it. Inside there, there's a Velcro strip that's sewn to hold the bladder, and then there's also a porthole for your bladder tube to come out right there, and then you can run it right or left side of your shoulder if you want. We oversized this water bladder sleeve to be kind of a catch-all. So it could be a wet storage. If you've got a wet rain fly, if you've got a wet rain jacket, you can basically throw it down in there, and it's, again, completely waterproof fabric, so it's going to keep all the rest of your gear dry. And then when the sun comes out, you can pull that out and dry out your tent fly. You'll also notice inside the top of the water bladder sleeve, there's a stash pocket loop here as well. That's one place I always put a stash pocket, and I'll put like a knife and something I need really quick to be able to access when I'm not running a lid on top of the pack. Most importantly, all the bags detach the same way. So if you start here at the top of the frame, you basically peel these Velcro flaps off. That's open, and then you just come and undo the 4 buckles on the sides. And that's how you're going to drop the bag right off the frame. You can see on the back side of here, we've got, there's going to be basically 2 layers of fabric between here and the inside. You've got this, and you also got that water bladder sleeve. This is going to prevent any blood from getting to your gear. So that way, you know, you got your bloody hind quarter on there, your boned out meat, all the gear inside stays nice and dry. Lastly, you'll notice at the top of the bag, there's 2 loops here. We have some accessory straps that basically allow you to connect here, and they connect right into these loops at the top of the frame. That way, if you're not running with a lid on there, those accessory straps help you pack out antlers when you're coming out of the field. Next is the lid. So this is a truly floating lid. It just pops on and off with the different buckles. You'll notice on the top of the lid, there's a little pocket built in. This is basically a cell phone GPS pocket, something you need really quick access to. And then you're going to have your main zipper, which gets you into the lid. It's basically just a big pocket on the inside there. There's also another stash pocket loop sewn inside here. Again, those stash pockets gives you there's 2 places in the bag, 1 in the water bladder sleeve, 1 in the lid. So it gives you 4 different places to put those if you're looking for more organization. So that's the quick overview of the whole system, and specifically looking at the 3200 bag. Next, we'll jump into the 4800 and then the 6400, showing you the difference between the 3 bags. So this is the 4800 bag. It's the exact same layout. All the features are identical to the 3200. The 2 changes are obviously the size of it. So it's going to be about 3 inches deeper, going to get taller, and then the whole front panel has been reconfigured for different access into the main bag. 4800 is by far our best selling, kind of most universal pack. You know, this thing compresses up to extremely small size for day hunting. When it is compressed up, you do have great access because of the horseshoe zipper. Even though the sides are compressed, you still can open it up and get into the pack really easily. At the same time, this thing gets big enough that most guys with average gear are going to be able to backpack for a week. So I'm going to just show you the quick view of the inside here and the reconfiguration. So the stretch panel, instead of accessing it from the top, you've just got the zipper to come in from the side. So it makes it more of a pocket to kind of get in and out of. And then you've got your horseshoe zipper, which gives you the great access. Right inside the top of it, we've got basically a built-in pocket, little mesh pocket right here. So you can store quick items there. And then you just open that up to get great access to the bag. Really easy to get in and out of, get the gear that you've got out of there. You can see the water bladder sleeve on the back panel. And then you're going to have stash pocket loops here and here. So those are strategically placed when you open up the top, that they're quick and easy to get to. Other than that, everything I went through on the 3200 bag is the exact same here as the 4800. So this is our 6400 bag. It's the exact same layout as our 3200, just scaled up. It's going to be deeper and taller, really geared for the guy going to Alaska doing that 10 to 14 day sheep hunt, where you've got a lot of gear with you, and 10 to 14 days of food starts adding up. The only difference between a 3200 and the 6400 besides volume is we did add extra straps here in the top of the side pockets. These are held in it's going to be hard to show in the video. There's strap keeper basically sewn inside of it. You can kind of see it here. So this is just to hold this piece of webbing in. So this is hidden and tucked in here for when you have the roll top collar on this extended all the way up. Instead of clipping it back to itself, you can then clip it down to these buckles and really suck that load in. Just because it's getting so tall, we don't want it to become unstable. This basically allows you to kind of suck that back down into the bag. Other than that, besides the volume, you're looking at the exact same bag as our 3200. Again, geared for the guy doing that kind of 10 to 14 day extended backpacking trip. So yeah, that's the whole system, the 3200, the 4800, the 6400. Again, all go on the K3 frame. All these bags, you're looking from 4.5 to 5.5 pounds. So because the frame is 3 pounds, the weight variance isn't much because it's just in the bag. All of them are designed to compress up and get small for day hunting. Really, we just encourage you to look at the type of hunting that you're doing. If you're just doing weekend trips, the 3200 is a great lightweight choice. 4800 for those 5 to 6, 7 night trips, and then you jump all the way up to the 64 for when you're doing those longer 10 to 14 day trips. So that's the total rundown of those 3 bag sizes on our K3 Spyder frame. For more information, you can visit us at www.exomountaingear.com.